Okay, so I'm just asking, how will you describe the impact of the course on your life?
Well, thanks for the opportunity to be able to actually discuss this sleek course. For me, it was actually a very good opportunity to reflect on my life and to think in depth that I've hardly ever really given time to do on every aspect of my life. So I found it very valuable to start with. And it helped me understand why I'm in this world. Not that I've not thought about that before, but it gave some, again, depth to that. And the way of arriving at it wasn't just by sitting and then thinking, okay, perhaps this is why I'm here. But it was more about synthesizing different things together to be able to arrive at that. So that for me was really valuable. It also helped me, in like review some aspects of my poor religious upbringing, I would call it. Not intentionally that, but some concepts, ideologies that come to accept that were not actually correct. And these have erroneously framed my way of thinking and approaching things, some things in life. So the course also helped me to actually have a look at those, review them, and move on from there.
Right. So, in is there any, has it made you change the way you do things, or is there something you were doing differently now than you used to? Is there anything you are doing differently now than the way you used before you did the course?
As a project manager, I like to approach things from a very systematic way.
Hmm.
So engaging with the course, particularly when we go to the point of implementation, it was more about using these skills to now, look at my life more closely. And before I joined the course, I was already working on looking at my life as a project.
Hmm.
So it was very good for me to now zoom in closer and try to look at the initiation of this thing, understanding my mandate, seeing how to, initiate it as a project. And once that is put in place, plan for it, execute my plan for different aspects of my life. And then, going on from there, monitoring, controlling to ensure that it's actually aligning with my time frame, etc., and I'm achieving the goals or objective I set out to achieve,
Hmm.
knowing that at some point in life, I'll have to close out and meet with my God, and yeah,
Hmm.
so the key thing I think I would say I started doing differently was having one goal, one specific goal, and trying to align every aspect of my life to sit under that goal so that everything is working together to achieve one particular goal. I
Right.
can't say that I've done it consistently without, days of thinking, oh my God, I didn't have a look at my plan. I didn't have a look at my life, my big picture, as it were.
Hmm.
There been days like that, but there's still that, mindset of knowing that I must always think about why I'm here and ensure that no time passes without me, intentionally, deliberately working towards achieving my goal. So I
Oh,
think that's one of the key things the course achieved for me.
wonderful. So, are there some results you've got yet? I know it's not long we finished the course, but is there some things you have actually achieved for yourself that you think the course made you achieve those things?
Yeah. In the course of doing the course, I okay, prior to starting the course, I had made some contacts and I was already doing some things.
Mm.
But engaging with the course now made me, zoom in more on the things I was doing, make more contacts, and I was able to, like I had shared with some of you in particular, I was able to like, contribute to the Nigerian higher education system,
Mm.
have a seminar where people were able to attend from different universities in Nigeria
Mm.
and feed into the educational sector. And then at a higher level, I was approached to contribute to one that was a global seminar, and I was a panelist on that. I was able to also contribute to the educational system, which is one of the things I think I'm here to contribute to and make some changes, and particularly in the Nigerian higher education sector. So yes, I've been able to achieve those, and those for me were milestones because they were the beginning of something in that area for the Nigerian higher education system.
Right. Do you see, is there any picture you have of how next 5 years, 10 years could be like?
Yeah, I have a picture of what the next 5, 10 years will be like for the different aspects of my life with respect
Mm.
to health, with respect to um, finance, with respect to my spirituality, with respect to achieving this particular goal that everything else sits under. So I'm hoping that by the grace of God, in the next 5 to 10 years, I'll have impacted at least one federal university, one state university, one secondary school, one primary school positively with an understanding of why it's important to learn and not to cheat, simply put, to help students understand that when you learn, it's yours. So even when they're presented with the opportunity to cheat, they will consciously decide to learn rather than to cheat. So I'm trusting God that in the next 5 years, 10 years, if that happens for one state uni, one private uni, one federal uni, one secondary school, one primary school, then it can be replicated to others because these ones can then be used as examples of good practices in Nigeria. So that is my goal by God's grace in the next 5, 10 years.
Wonderful. Why would you recommend this course to people?
I think one key thing is when I recommend someone to join this course, like I recommended someone, and I think this is the fourth time she's getting on it again. And for her, like she said, it keeps for every time she engages with it, it's like an eye opener. So it's like opening up different layers one after the other. So personally, when I recommend, I just want people to be able to have that framework of being able to sit down and evaluate their lives and understand why they are here and
Mm.
check if actually they are living consistently in the realization of why they're here and they're deliberately trying to achieve the key purpose why God has sent them. Because we are all sent here to do something,
Mm.
where and which will be of benefit to everybody around us so that God's name can be glorified. So if they are able to actually engage with this course, they'll be able to understand that. And I think that's one of the biggest things they can take away because it's not just a case of yeah, I thought about it yesterday, I think this is why I'm here, but is that really why I'm here, that uncertainty. But it's
Mm.
around a framework of using different tools, methodologies, etc., to synthesize and come up with why you think you're here. So I think when they come, when they join, they'll be able to achieve that and move on from there and be happy in life, knowing that every day they live, they are trying to achieve God's purpose for them.